What's happening? What did we do? I just got off work really late. I was gonna get Chinese food. All the restaurants of Chinese food are closed. What do we do?
So I'm in Houston, Texas, door dashing, and I'm happening to pick an order up from Jersey Mike's, and this Nom Nom Noodles is right next to me. Let's see. Oh, this hoe ghost town. Ooh, Jesus. Y'all said on this?
Oh, we boycotting Asian businesses, but you still buying your stuff from China. Shut up. The difference between the manufacturers over there in China and the businesses over here in the U.S. is that the manufacturers in China actually understand the value of the black dollar. So they're going to do whatever it takes to maintain our business. The businesses over here, however, feel like we need them more than they need us, which is the other way around, because we can cut the middleman all together and go straight to the plug.
I really didn't want to make this video, but I've seen too many racist comments in my post, so I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna have to say it. I really didn't want to make this video, but I've seen too many racist comments in my post, so I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna have to say it. A lot of boomer Asians, a lot of Asians abroad, some Asians my age or younger, just generally around my age, are racist. Subconsciously racist. They're racist, but they don't want to admit they're racist. These racists have this idea that Black, Hispanic, Latino, Indigenous people are lazy because after experiencing generational trauma, generational disadvantage, generational struggles, they're asking for the bare minimum to get a little better chance into getting into colleges, that they're lazy. People keep saying that there's free resources, free SAT prep, there's Khan Academy, there's YouTube, there's Google, but people don't understand what real poverty is. People just say, oh, there's poor Asians as well, but do you understand what poverty really is? Poverty is to the point where time really is money, and it's better spent working to get money to help your family and help yourself rather than your education, okay? That's how poor you are. They don't even have time to study the books.
We try to break this label by assimilating and emulating the white man model of success. We worship their institutions, their titles of prestige and salaries. They block us from going to these institutions. Then white men use the Asians as the face of the movement to dismantle affirmative action. And we can admit it even less now amongst other marginalized communities.
When I spoke about Asians being racist to black people, you guys got very sensitive. Asians have the impression and the false narrative that black people are criminals. It doesn't matter where you go, who you are, that's just what they think about black people. And so black people should not be apologetic to think whatever about Asians. Now, I go into a co-op to get myself flowers. I buy myself flowers every single week, TMI. And after I paid for the flowers, I realized that one of the roses had come off. I'm not spending £20 to lose a rose. So I go to the guy at the till, an Asian man, and I said, hey, I've paid for this. However, one of the roses off. Can I go get another one? He goes, sure, provided it's the same one. Duh, of course it's going to be the same one. Guess what? He comes off the till and follows me, not knowing I could see him.
I'm seeing a lot of TikToks where Asian people are saying, hey, Black Americans, you want to boycott all Asian businesses for something one Asian person did. This is not fair. We are not all the same. And we are also bigger minorities than you.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Well, here's the thing about you not all being the same. Whether it was a Korean store owner, Japanese store owner, no matter what culture or what difference between you there is, you are all the same when it comes to there being no consequences for you doing what you did to one of us. You are all the same if a Japanese person can do this to one of us, a Korean person can do this to one of us. I don't want to differentiate. Why? Because no one differentiates between us. I already gave the example of guys walking around with their pants halfway off their butts. They are not representations of all black people, but you treat all black people like they represent all of us. You have different examples of, I ain't out here robbing people. I ain't out here trying to hurt nobody, but you sure treat me, and you treat me that way. I'm always the victim of that fake smile when you walk by. What's that about? And as far as you always playing this minority card, who's that for exactly? I understand how you came to become a minority in America, okay? Because you were not always under the banner of minorities, okay? It was only after people who look like me died, shed blood, had their churches burned up with their children in it. It was only after things like that happened to people like me that you became them, or you had the, you were given the gift of minorities, okay? All of the bank loans that you get that we didn't get, okay? All of these things that separate you from me. Now you want to be together. Yeah. A whole bunch of you are upset, lashing out, saying very angry things. We don't have to say anything angry. All we have to do is keep our money. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. It feels good to see a people coming to a critical mass. That means a whole bunch of people becoming like-minded. Okay, it's good to see things that weren't possible in my mother's lifetime, and she's gone now, but I'm still here. Okay, and now I get to witness this awakening of my people. And this is just the beginning, because trust and believe, in the land of psyops, this is going to happen again, okay? And it's not going to be an Asian person. They're probably going to use one of our own. They're gonna have one of us do something on us to try to make an example out of, or to try to make a big case out of it and say, see, look. It ain't going to work, okay? All of these shops that are now empty, giving up 70% off, 50% off. What are you going to do after you clear out the shop? Are you going to open up a business somewhere else? Are you going to switch strategies like China Max said that you should do? Are you going to find a different way to make money, which is what you should do? I'm hearing all kinds of things, man. I'm hearing there are Asian Americans who have black in-laws. They are making them the faces of their stores now and stuff like that in order to say that this is a black business. I don't know how true it is, but I do watch a lot of TikToks, and I have seen a lot of Asians lashing out in a negative way, So you mean to tell me the best you could do is to complain? You ain't coming up with no solutions to the problem. I ain't heard not one Asian say yet that, we're going to do what we can to shore up our businesses, put in glass or whatever it is we have to do, so, or even if we just have to serve you through a window. I ain't heard nobody say none of that. All you're doing is complaining because you feel like you're being wronged. Okay. Look how long we've been wronged. Okay. It's
Let's do that, guys. So please be sure to check us out. How about the new Black Media? Okay, let's get into it.
Look, I wasn't going to talk about the Rick Chow situation, but as an Asian American, I have to talk about this. Black people are calling for other black people to boycott all Asian businesses. Are you kidding me? So the actions of one individual represents the entire race, huh? We should punish the entire fucking race because of one person. I'm just gonna call it what it is. This is straight up racism. Asians are a minority in this country, even more so than black people. Once one Asian person steps out of line, the entire race gets hated on. Remember COVID? Remember? China virus, Kung Flu virus, the whole 150% increase in Asian hate crimes, and the whole Stop Asian Hate movement, which conveniently was stopped because of who they found out were the perpetrators. Chinese is different than Japanese, is different from Korean, is different from Vietnamese. There are over 2 billion people in Asia. They're all fucking different. We are not a monolith. As Asians in America, we are only tolerated. They like our culture, they like our food, they like our music, they like what we make for them, but...
On the subject of culture and food, and first of all, there are some black Asians in ancient history who did great things. I just want to put that out there. As far as your food goes, we love your food. That's tricky. Well, here's the thing about Asian food here in the black community. The Peking house PF Chang's is not in the ghetto. Okay, first thing. The shrimp fried rice and chicken place, that is not authentic Chinese. That is not authentic Asian. That is some scrap food they sell to who they feel are lesser people. Okay, the shrimp fried rice, the chicken that's never shaped like a piece of chicken. Yeah, that is not authentic Cantonese cuisine. No. As a matter of fact, how come you never see any Asian people eating or dining in these restaurants? You tell me, I'll wait. That ain't y'all food. So stop. You have a lot of attributes that we like about you, that we love about you. So there are tons of things I could say positive about the Asian community, about the Asian culture, okay? But I'm not wasting my breath talking about how good you are to us when that's not necessarily true. Okay? There are lots of things we like about you. There are lots of things we love about you. But there are also some things we should put on the table. Like, we never see you at the soul food spot. How come? We got restaurants too. You know what I mean? You don't wear weave, which is a given. You don't need it. You don't eat the food that you give us. Okay, with all the MSG and other stuff you got back there hiding behind the wall. You don't even let us see you cook the food most of the time. Not in the neighborhoods. No. I'm strictly speaking about those restaurants right now. The little deli shops you have in our neighborhoods. Y'all don't do anything for the neighborhood. Y'all don't buy basketballs for the kids, football. Y'all don't sponsor anything in the neighborhood. You just take money out.